The WOOFit is a compact Bluetooth speaker that packs a nice punch thanks to its quality Danish engineering. Measuring at only 6 centimeters by 6 centimeters, this small speaker is perfect for taking it on the go. Hello guys, how are you? David DeFranco here from daviddefranco.com. Welcome to my review of the WOOFit speaker. Look at this thing. It's no bigger than the palm of my hand. Let's jump into the pros. Okay, so getting the first thing out of the way, and the most obvious one at that, at least to me, because I appreciate good design. I appreciate good build quality. And the SACKit, it does not disappoint in this area whatsoever. Not only does this speaker have a nice copper finish to it, also available in a variety of colors, but this also has a nice feel to it. I mean, this has a decent weight going on, and that's good. That means this is a quality speaker. This was not built with cheap parts, so do not let the small form factor fool you guys. But not only in terms of build quality, because the SACKit does have very impressive sound quality. Now, if you watched my unboxing video, you probably have an idea of how it sounds, but I promise you, at the end of this video, I will play a minute or two of an actual audio test to give you guys a decent idea of how this sounds. Now, keep in mind you're watching this on video, obviously, and I'm using my Rode VideoMic Pro, so it's not going to do it completely justice, but still, it should give you an adequate idea of how this sounds. Okay, with that said, keep in mind this thing is not going to be filling a room with sound like an actual home theater system is. But if you're having just a mini party with some friends, or you're looking to entertain yourself while getting some work done, or perhaps at the gym, or even playing this in your car, which doesn't seem ideal, but still, that's the thing. Everybody has a different preference in regards to how they listen to their music, and this thing will not disappoint. And speaking of personal preference, just notice my hoodie looks a bit weird. There you go. This speaker does give you a variety of methods to listen to your music. Number one, the most obvious, Bluetooth, which works great. I connected it to my phone with no problem at all. It just works. Number two, you can use the built-in auxiliary input for listening to your music via a hardwired connection. And finally, the third option is the built-in micro SD card reader, which is definitely very nice. But that is not it. If you would rather listen to FM radio, you can do just that using the included in the box FM antenna. And get this, the included antenna, it's not actually built into the SACKit speaker itself, which in my opinion is a good thing, because I don't know about you, but I'm not a big believer in FM radio nowadays. But if you are, you simply connect it to the speaker, extend the antenna, and boom, you have FM radio. Now, in my opinion, this is a bit overkill, but still, hey, it's included, and for people like me who just prefer to listen to music on my phone, boom, I can pull it right off and be on my way. And finally, the built-in microphone. You can use the SACKit speaker as a speakerphone. So for instance, if you're listening to your music and somebody calls your phone, you simply answer your phone call as you normally would, and the audio is transmitted via the speaker input and output. So guys, overall, I gotta say the SACKit speaker is definitely very impressive. The highs sounded great, the lows sounded great, and by lows, I do mean bass. Again, do not let this small form factor fool you. Just watch my unboxing video, and you will see how pleasantly surprised I was with the bass performance. It does not disappoint. Alright, so speaking of disappointment, the SACKit speaker is an awesome speaker overall. But of course, nothing is perfect, and I have just two cons to briefly mention. The first one is battery life. Now, due to its small form factor, there's only so much you can get out of this thing, and while unfortunately it only offers about 3 hours of battery life, which in my opinion isn't that great, but you can connect it to a USB interface to charge it. And I gotta say, it actually charges pretty quickly, so this whole 3 hours battery life con, it's not really a huge deal, but just something to keep in mind. And now moving on to the second con, this doesn't really matter to me whatsoever because I'm not a big user of FM radio nowadays, but that's the fact that there's no visual feedback in regards to what FM station you're currently using or browsing. Okay, so basically the SACKit is trying to browse and tune into local radio stations, which it finds them just fine, but it would be nice if you could see what radio station you're on instead of having to wait for them to say Q102 or B101 or whatever you listen to. Now, I will say the SACKit speaker does include a felt bag, which is definitely nice. So you can put the speaker in there, as well as the antenna, the included USB cable for charging, and finally, the included manual. I don't know why you'd want to have the manual on you, but if you wanted to, you could fit everything in this bag pretty easily. And boom, you're good. Everything is in the bag. Okay, so the final verdict. Let me take it back out of the bag here. Put all that aside. The final verdict. This speaker, the SACKit, definitely impressive for its size and easily, in my opinion, worth the $75, especially if high quality audio is important to you, but you also want to save space at the same time. And don't forget, the SACKit is available in a variety of colors. This one just happens to be the copper limited edition. And I gotta say, it looks very nice. I'm usually a fan of black speakers, but as soon as I opened this, I was like, wow, it looks like a giant battery, which is not a bad thing. I gotta say, it just has a classy design overall. So props to SACKit for pulling it off. And by the way, I just realized I think I've been saying SACKit in this video. This is actually the WOOFit, so I apologize. But still, check out their website right below for more information. So guys, there you go. Huge thanks to SACKit for making this possible. The WOOFit overall is just a great speaker, especially the fact that it costs less than $80 US. Oh, and finally, I did not forget, I'm going to close out this video with a brief audio test. So I hope you guys enjoy that, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.